Hi, my name is Joey Reyes. I'm the Community Education Liaison for UT MD Anderson Cancer Center Science Park Research Division in Smithville, Texas. And today we are hosting our 5th annual Community Science Night with a focus on skin cancer. The theme of today's event is the beauty and danger of sunlight, where we focus on UV radiation and its effects on our bodies, and also how we can better protect ourselves from the sunlight at the same time.
Well, hi everybody, welcome, and thanks for coming today. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to do your own ABCDEs of melanoma. How many of you have moles? Bam, okay, great, I got a great crowd. Let's go through these. Okay, so A is asymmetry. One side doesn't look like the other. B is borders being irregular. Instead of a nice circle or a nice oval shape, the borders are irregular or hazy, okay? C is multiple colors. We like moles that have one color. Diameter bigger than a pencil eraser. If it gets bigger than a pencil eraser, that's another feature. E is for elevation. Erythema is redness. There's also, they say, evolution, which is a changing mole. So melanoma can be a new mole that you've never seen before. That's kind of an alarm that should go off in your head. If you see a new mole that you've not seen before, you need to show your doctor. And a mole that's been there but is now changing. That's bad news. So asymmetry, one side differs from the other side. Maybe the shape is asymmetrical. We talked about the oval and the circle being the normal. Anything other than that is asymmetrical. We talked about the color. You can have color asymmetry as well as multiple colors. Elevation. A raised mole is more dangerous than a flat mole. I like to catch moles when they're changing when they're flat. If you do that, that's your highest cure rate. Because if it's flat on the surface, it doesn't go down very deep. But if it's a mole that's raised up, it can have a deeper penetration into the skin and a worse prognosis if it turns out to be a bad mole or a melanoma. Really, the lesion has to mirror itself in every way. The right side has to look like the left side. The top has to look like the bottom. This is the key point. It can be subtle. The thing that I always take away when you see a handout or a pamphlet, or some kind of information about melanoma, they're showing you pictures of melanomas. They're all the way gone. In some cases, it's too late when it looks like that. I'm going to train you all to catch these changes before it gets to that point. Okay, so borders could be notched or jagged. This is another one, blurred or indistinct. I think we all think, well, the border has to have a sharp teeth or jagged edges. Not necessarily. It might just fade into the surrounding skin. And that's a bad thing too. That fading is melanocytes spreading out. That's not a good thing. Color. So this talks about moles having two colors, tan and brown. If it's kind of symmetrical, like it's dark brown in the middle and kind of tan on the edge, but it's symmetrical, like one side looks like the other side, that's not so bad. It's when the colors are irregularly placed. Look for multiple or asymmetrically positioned colors. Just see how many you can name. Is it 3 colors? Is it 2 colors? 4 colors? More colors is bad. Magnification, and we'll go through some examples. Diameter bigger than a pencil eraser. Always measure the biggest diameter. And you have to include lighter or distinct areas. If you're in doubt, well, I don't know if that's part of the mole or not, just include it in your measurement. And we talked about elevation. If it's higher above, it can go deeper down, so you have to be more suspicious of those. Palpate means feel it. It's okay to feel the mole and just see if it's raised or not. So, any questions? You feel like you're smarter than when you walked in? All right. Thanks so much.
Joy, I want to show you a couple things today, okay? Sunscreen comes in a stick form, so you can just quickly dab it all over your face and your face is good to go. I wanted to show you that different ways of spraying. When you use spray, make sure that you don't spray out this way and all your sunscreen goes that way. You want to spray directly down towards your skin. And then you also want to rub it in, so you have a nice coat. They've also come out with lots of clothing that have actually UV protectant in them. Long sleeve, long pants, even your glasses have that protection as well.
My name is Lurleen Ladd and I'm the Executive Director of the Shade Project. The Shade Project is a nonprofit initiative of True Skin Dermatology. It was formed to help educate the public about skin cancer prevention and increase UV awareness and to also bring shade to where children play. So the first of our structures, the very first one was built at Lamar Middle School, which is in Austin, which is providing that school with an additional play area for the kids, as well as a classroom extension area as well. The other areas that we're targeting are splash pads in Austin. These are areas where kids are playing in water. It's kind of an adjacent to a pool where the youngest kids get to play in water. Often these areas have no shade whatsoever. So the splash pad coverings are enabling kids to go out there, play, and really be sun smart when they're outside. The best methods we have for preventing skin cancer is really about increasing awareness. This event here in Smithville is a perfect example of how we're educating the public about how to be what we call sun savvy by taking those options of using sunscreen, hats and glasses, and seeking shade when you can. Also, we talk to people about peak hours of UV exposure are between 10 and 3 o'clock each day. So if we can get people to be mindful of what the risks are when they're outside, we really can help prevent skin cancer. It is one of the most preventable cancers that there are.
Is that a video camera? Okay.